The time has come. Please take your seats now. What do David Letterman, Jay Leno, Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, and Craig Ferguson have in common? Wendy Liebman. She's performed on all their shows, and she's our MC this evening. Please welcome our MC, comedian Wendy Liebman.
Thank you so much. How about a big round of applause for yourselves for coming out tonight? Let's hear it for you. Thank you and welcome to tonight's Erasing the Stigma Awards, which also benefit Dee Dee Hirsch's fine work. I agreed to MC this important event because I've always been interested in mental health. I studied psychology in college. My thesis was on shyness and body image, and I was planning on becoming a therapist. But instead, I went into stand-up comedy and therapy. I drove a taxi for a month in Manhattan. I never picked anybody up, though. I just needed a car. Actually, before I graduated from college, when I was in high school, my role model was Karen Carpenter. Not the singing and drumming part, but the anorexia part. And that's when I started seeing a psychiatrist. And while body dysmorphia is no longer a thorn in my mental health, I still see a doctor for depression. And honestly, I have put her kids through private school in Santa Monica. I hope they don't want to go to college. Personally, I don't know anybody who doesn't have an issue or two. Maybe that's because most of my friends are comedians and musicians. I dated a musician once. He used to play his songs for me over the phone, and then I found out he was just putting me on hold. But my husband is a composer, and there's always music in my home, so I am thrilled to introduce our mental health ambassador, who's written songs like Same Love. And please welcome Mary Lambert singing her hit song, Secrets. Let's hear it for Mary Lambert.
Hello, how are you? Are you doing well? Everybody looks so fancy. I feel so fancy tonight. I'm gonna play you a song where I tell everybody all of my shit. We were in the recording studio and I was working on this song and I was having one of the funnest nights of my whole life, and I just sort of stopped and I looked at my producers. I was like, what if I tell everyone I have bipolar disorder? And they're like, Mary, haven't you done enough? I was like, I know they know I'm gay and I know they know that I'm like super body positive, but they don't know about this. Like, I could just keep going. Like, we'll just see. The hilarity will ensue. Okay, are we ready? If you want to, I'm going to teach you this part right here. If you are into knowing it, the chorus goes like this. It sounds like, I don't care if the world knows what my secrets are. Secrets are. You can try now if you want to. I don't care if the world knows what my secrets are. Secrets are. That was pretty good for you guys. I want you to be the babe choir that you can be. Everyone here is a babe. Okay, so on the and then we go. It goes like sa oh what sa oh what sa oh what sa oh what. And on like the very last what, you can really get all that aggression out if you haven't seen your therapist in a while. Like someone cut me off the other day, and I was like, what? So I'm just managing it really well. All right, are you with me? Let's do it. I've got bipolar disorder. My shit's not in order. I'm overweight, I'm always late. I've got too many things to say. I rock mom jeans, cat earrings, extrapolate my feelings. My family is dysfunctional, but we have a good time killing each other. They tell us from the time we're young to hide the things that we don't like about ourselves, inside ourselves. I know I'm not the only one who spent so long attempting to be someone else. Well, I'm over it. I don't care if the world knows what my secrets are. Secrets are. I don't care if the world knows what my secrets are. Secrets are. What? What? I can't think straight, I'm so gay. Sometimes I cry a whole day. I care a lot, use an analog clock and never know when to stop. And I'm passive aggressive. I'm scared of the dark and the dentist. I love my butt and won't shut up. And I never really grew up. They tell us from the time we're young to hide the things that we don't like about ourselves, inside ourselves. I know I'm not the only one who spent so long attempting to be someone else. Well, I'm over it. I don't care if the world knows what my secrets are. There you go. Secrets are. I don't care if the world knows what my secrets are. Secrets are. Secrets are. Secrets are. I don't care if the world knows what my secrets are. Secrets are. Sometimes I do that like death metal what at the end if I'm really feeling it. Thank you very much.
I don't care. Was that right?
Yeah, you nailed it.
How about it for Mary? Let's hear it for Mary.
Thank you very much.
No wonder 11 million people have watched you on YouTube singing that song. I am so honored to present you with the Dee Dee Hirsch's Mental Health Ambassador Award. You are helping people all over the country, all over the world, think of themselves as just fine, just the way they are.
Thank you.
Oh, do you want a picture?
Yes.
Hold on. Thank you. Oh, no, you want to give some remarks?
Yes,
it's time for your remarks.
Okay. I wish I could be like Mean Girls and rip off a piece and give one to everybody. Because really the work that I do is so easy. I just eat Cheez-Its and watch Netflix and then I fly around on a unicorn and tell people they're okay. And you guys do the real work and that's what's always necessary to make a change. So thank you so much for the work that you do. when I was 19, I attempted suicide twice, and I never thought that I would be doing what I'm doing now, and I'm really grateful that there were, I had the support system and the people in my life to make it possible for me to be here, and also the strength within. I'm like a tough cookie too. But I wanted to share a little story about the Secrets music video. So we shot it. It was one of the most funnest things I've ever done. It was 50 people focused on me for 10 hours, and I was like, I'll do this every day. I like this lifestyle. But I had a long talk with my music video director, and we started discussing, I'm sure at this point we're all familiar with Photoshop, but I didn't know that Photoshopping music videos was a thing, and you can alter whatever you want, to be whatever you want it to be. And so I was like, well, what are you talking about? He's like, well, you can spend anywhere between $10,000 to $100,000 to edit one music video, because it takes a lot of money, because that's like a lot of images. That's what movies are. They're multiple images. That's just science. So I was like, well, what are you talking about? He's like, well, Mary, butts are really in right now. And I was like, well, butts have always been in. I just would like to point that out. But he told me that one of his clients had spent $40,000 to have her chin shaved down through an entire music video. And I was kind of, I guess for me, I was so baffled to know that this was not just like a one-time thing. This is a common occurrence. This just happens in music videos. And I started thinking about, well, maybe people that don't have positive support systems or role models in their life, especially young people, that they're using this idea, this celebrity culture and these images as a personal calibration for what's good or beautiful. So if in celebrity culture we're constantly editing an image to provide something that's completely fabricated, not real, this like weird disreality of some projection that was so mentally fucked up anyway, is the norm, is what is beautiful or good. Like, how disconnected do we feel from each other? And not just that, but also to our own bodies and ourselves. So it's my sort of mission to work on this. Like, I think it's stupid, and I don't think it should be happening. So that's the work that I want to do, and this is thank you. I just believe in speaking your truth, and I think, as anybody knows, living with a mental disorder, sometimes it's just an accomplishment to get out of bed. And I'm grateful that you're all here tonight, and that I'm here, and we're all worthy of love and family and happiness and good sex and good food, and regardless of what you've been through. So thank you very much for having me, and I'm honored to have this. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That nobody wants to follow Mary on that. So before we take a break for dinner, we're going to watch a short video about Tiffany and Dee Dee Hirsch's residential program for mothers and children. So please enjoy the video.
Hi, my name's Tiffany Baker, and I'm 29 years old, and I'm a graduate from Via Vanta. My parents were just very young. When they had me, they were still in high school, and my mother and my father were both active in using and drinking. They weren't able to take care of me, so my grandparents took me in, and my grandmother then became ill, and then I had a family take me in when I was going into high school. I started using drugs when I was about 18. Once I got into college, I started getting introduced to using cocaine and doing that like a lot, and then once that started taking over my life, then college kind of went out the door. From there, I started using meth, and then I just stopped using everything else, and that was what I just did for, a couple years after that. I left school. I just left everything that I had made for myself behind. I hit bottom probably in 2010. That's when I started going from hotel to hotel with the father of my other 3 children. And we would live on the streets. We didn't have money. It was just insane. I mean, I never thought my life would get to that point. Just all the family around me that I felt like I didn't have, they called DCFS and put them in healthy homes. And I came to the point where I realized my life was unmanageable and that I had a problem. I first heard about Dee Dee Hirsch through a friend. They kept telling me that there was a great program to get your kids back. When I walked into VIA, I left all my baggage outside the door, and I came in, totally, bare, I guess, and ready to, be given all these new tools to live in the real world. They try to get you in a routine as quick as possible. I've been sober 3 years. I have 4 kids. I worked really hard getting my children back. When I left VIA, I started going to school to become a drug and alcohol counselor, and I'm working here at Dee Dee Hirsch as an on-call assistant counselor. For me, it's like the biggest opportunity I've ever had. It's just really awesome to be able to go in a full circle. Dee Dee Hirsch helped me overcome my drug and alcohol abuse and has become a community for me, and it's become a community for many other people.
What an inspiration. Tiffany, would you please stand? Where is Tiffany? Tiffany. Thank you. Thank you for showing us what a difference Dee Dee Hirsch makes. Now let's eat. I'm going to be back in a bit. I have to say, I've been performing for a long time, and this is the nicest event I've ever been to, and it's because of you. So thank you for being here. We're going to take a break for dinner, and we have a lot of great stuff coming up. So thank you so much. Enjoy.